Did you ever notice that if you take an atheist antidote video and you say the exact opposite thing that he says, it actually winds up being true? Secularism is indispensable to liberty as we know it and celebrate it in the free world. With every step we take as an American nation away from God, one thing is certain: we increase our liberty. It was and is no coincidence that America, the freest nation in the world, is also the least God-centered as a government. Many will be quick to cite the Islamic world as a society that exemplifies the antithesis of freedom, and they'd be right. Allah is not regarded as a source of liberty, much in the same way as the other Abrahamic faiths of Judaism and Christianity are more about obedience to God than of liberty and freedom. Anyone who attempts to blur this fact is being blatantly dishonest. Since the dawn of the American experiment, and in fact predating our very colonies, personal liberty and personal freedom has been inextricably linked to the removal of religious overbearance. The first colonists running away from oppressive religions so that they can believe as they saw fit. We are a nation founded on the very premise that religion remain outside of government, and government remain outside of religion. That no reference to even a creator could be found anywhere in our Constitution, and that the Constitution associates the freedoms of speech and of the press with freedom to and from religion. We are indeed endowed, not by God, not by a creator, but by our own self-governance, certain unalienable rights. Only because our rights are agreed upon by society as a whole can we assert that no individual, no elected official, and no member of the clergy asserting divine right trample them. If the Creator be your only bestower of rights, as the religious extremists among you are forced to insist, then the ones claiming to interpret said Creator can take them away, and history proves that take them away they will. Reason, human instinct, and everything we know about man prove that the bigger the significance of religion and government, the lesser the significance of individual liberty. That's why our founders knew that the opposite must be the basis of our American values. The more important God is in the eyes of the state, the more significant that state is that supports that God, and the lesser the individual. From Stalin to Hitler, the theocracies of the Middle Ages to our present-day Christian dominionists, most of history's controllers of men knew that in order for their power and tyranny to grow, God must be made greater in the minds of men. As we look around, we see the validity of this timeless truth exemplified everywhere. As this, the freest and greatest nation on earth, becomes more religious in government, it becomes less free. It is not a coincidence that as we move away from our secular roots, we see more laws governing the conduct of free men. Mostly actually free women. Limitations of speech, control over our bodies and what we can do with it, grow like weeds in a garden that once grew lush with secular liberty. Though some of religious extremists fly the flag of personal freedom, their idea of personal liberty stops at the threshold of not following what their religion teaches or believes. Outside this narrow field of fenced-in religious bigotry and dominionism, they seek with legislative ball and chain the ever-expansive grasp of religion into your personal life. To what you can say, what you can eat or ingest, to who you can mate with. Where you can live, what you can buy, what you can consume, what you can drive, how you can rear your own children. As they desecularize our own culture and our values, they enslave our mind and squelch our society-granted liberty. Our children once whispered, before each school day, an allegiance to a flag, to an idea of freedom, not under God, but to one another as equals, as one nation, indivisible. I know, avert your child's eyes from this generalized acknowledgement of one's own country, simply because it did not acknowledge the beliefs of one group over another, which would establish religion and violate our Constitution. No, the original pledge that did not include under God did the exact opposite. It set our nation's minds, its hearts, its eyes upon the banner that united all citizens, the binding social and government contract of the Constitution that all sides duly claim important to our nation. The purpose of this religious whitewashing was not to protect our First Amendment rights, but to strip the public conscience of the foundation of our freedoms, the Constitution. Since the hijacking of our nation's minds towards religion, we've seen the terrible tendency towards human tyranny climb the walls of our nation like black mold. The massive expansion of state and federal power under fundamentalist Christian George W. Bush could blot out the sun. You and your children are profoundly less free to criticize your government or speak your mind than your father or grandfather. Religious extremism has always seen secular freedoms, such as of speech and of separation of church and state, as the greatest hurdle towards their goals. In God we trust instead of e pluribus unum, out of many, one has replaced our national motto. And secular personal liberty gives way to religious dominionism as a result. If it is not society that grants you your personal liberty, then who does ensure certain unalienable rights, I ask? On whose authority outside of society should all members of society agree to credit these personal freedoms and liberty, the ones that we love so much and that many have died for? When the strong arm of religious extremism reaches into your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, as it has always done throughout history, on whose authority will you beat it back? Religion grants you no freedoms that religion cannot strip away at will. Religion grants you no liberty that it cannot devour. Religion, if not restrained from interfering in the lives of individuals, is little more than a sword wielded by the powerful over the weak. For I remind you, if the religious dominions surround you are actually correct, then man's claim of divine authority and man-made interpretations of holy books do in fact make right. Take that out of your bank.